Are you looking for a podcast about trying to watch a show for a dog, but he's only in it for the first 5 minutes?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast. Oh!
Starting with Chainsaw Dog.
Good evening, Kelsey.
Good morning, Robert. I say
Good
morning, it's 1 p.m.
Afternoon.
The energy's
Good.
wrong. Good day, sir.
Good day, madam. How are you today?
It feels weird to record a Yimtope in not nighttime because
I know, right?
I don't have a crackable. I have a sippable. That's all. Let's get a good sip of coffee together.
Yeah, let's do that. You ready?
Terrible audio.
I know.
Nobody liked that.
All right, so I do have a comment about my sippable.
Okay.
So I have decaf coffee.
Ew.
I knew you were gonna say that, but why? Tell me why.
I don't.
Because I know why.
Decaf's fine, to be honest. I have it at night when I'm craving a night coffee, but I don't.
But what's
do
the
it.
difference? I think I know what it is. Like I'm having this, and I know a definitive difference.
My decaf is instant coffee, so that's the difference for me.
Okay, so for me, it's not that it's no caffeine, because duh, we know that. Normal coffee has a bite.
Okay.
This is so
Sippably smooth.
It's too smooth. Like there's nothing about it that's interesting.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Like when you have coffee, there's always I don't know, there's something to it. This is,
It's the drink that sips back.
It doesn't taste bad at all. Like it tastes fine. But I'm not getting the mouthfeel that I would want from my coffee.
Mouthfeel, that's what we're missing.
Like I'm not getting the mouthfeel, and it makes me only want like half of it before I quit drinking it. Like it's just not great. It's not great.
Not doing it for you.
So let's just get this out of the way, man.
Okay.
I don't want to be on this too long.
All right.
But
The show in general.
Ferdin loves the corporate talk these days. So
Oh
let's
my
just
God.
fucking hop into some.
Can we just say that Yimtope Ghost wrote a tweet that is making the rounds on late night television for Ferdin?
Yeah, I've told people.
I don't think we can legally say on the show, but a certain celebrity went on a certain late night talk show and was angry at a tweet that Ferdin wrote because we told him to.
I mean, it was a good tweet.
I was laughing so
Fucking
hard.
intern.
Oh.
But yeah, that's your one clue. That's a huge clue.
Yeah.
But while that did make the week pretty good, I have been kind of waiting for a job opening.
Oh,
at
yeah.
my job, and it never even got put up to be applied for.
Ugh.
They just straight up filled it.
That sucks. I hate that.
So the whole year's plan has had to shift immediately.
Damn.
What a shitty day that was.
I imagine.
It just came out of nowhere. And I mean, this is a public show. I'm not gonna, be mean or anything, but I mean, the person that got it is so young. And I've been with this place for
Gen Z
8
peoples.
years, dude. I've been with
that's
this
so
whole
long.
company for 8 years. And it wasn't even offered in any capacity,
Yeah, that sucks.
So anyway, I am currently pursuing other options.
Okay.
But this is the part that I felt like Ferdin would love, man. I'm not trying to make you guys sad. We're going to immediately leave all this. But
Okay.
I was pretty mad about it. And not mad because it was owed me by Thunder,
Yeah.
wasn't really for me. But the whole reason I came to this group was to try to grow, as they say. You got to be able to grow.
You got to be able to hop position to position, or else you're never ever going to get a pay raise.
Every position I've been in, I've been at the top. Because when I was in my payroll position, it was just me.
Yeah.
How could I grow beyond the sole job in that whole department?
Right.
That's it. if you have the job, that's the end of it. In the other group that I went to, the only way that they move you up is you have to leave the team to go to other teams, and you bounce around, and then when you come back, you're magically a lead or a manager, right?
That's so stupid. I hate corporate America.
Yeah. You'll never get there from being in the job. So I knew I would never progress forward.
Yeah.
So I left it to come to this group where they do tons of internal promotions. Like there's been like 5 since I've been here in the 6 months.
Damn.
I was like, okay, cool. Like this clearly is true here.
Yeah.
I know that. But then like secret pass off to somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
That's the thing that I wanted to kind of pose in the question now. I know Ferdin will probably be like, oh God, corporate stuff, so bad.
Yeah.
But like I was kind of like going off about it to some people, and I was like, dude, like I've been with this company 8 years. I have not progressed forward literally at all. I'm like in the same place. I gave 6 years to my place of employment before that. And I made it nowhere, and then they closed on us. Like, how many years do I need to wait for the opportunity? Am I going to be 40 years old before somebody finally drops the opportunity?
Who was it that sent me that TikTok? Was it? I think it was Ismail sent me a TikTok of like a person who was saying there's like not a concept of a career anymore.
We all got that
like,
one because it's fucking true.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there isn't a career anymore. Like you just kind of bounce around from job to job and do random shit until
you die.
You make enough money to, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're not retiring. Like, we've all accepted that as a millennial generation. We're not retiring. It's not happening.
They're getting rid of the 401k thing. That's going to not exist soon.
That's... I can't think about that, or I'm going to lose my mind.
Like, yeah, because we were going off on that in the hospital last night. So, pre-ramble, spoilers, I guess. Me and Taylor went to the ER again. But, like, we were just, chit-chatting. And I'm... Okay. So they gave Taylor some type of pain medication while we were there.
Would she get the fentanyl?
Yeah, that girl was philosophizing life with me, man. But
that's why all the kids are eating fentanyl in their Halloween candy.
We were talking about that one, the whole careers don't exist things. We were talking about 401ks, and I brought up pensions, and she was like, yeah, what the fuck is a pension? Right. And I was like, okay, yeah. That was the reason you had careers before.
Yeah.
Was because a company would pay you after you left for all the work you did for them. They just continued to pay you after you left the company.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I have a pension at the company that I'm with right now.
Okay.
But I don't think it's going to exist by the time I'm done with the company. Like,
if it's
I just
there,
don't have faith in it.
If it's there, they can't really get rid of it.
They better not, because it's one thing that I'm counting on.
I would be extremely wary of changing positions then, because I feel like it's like, well, we grandfathered it into you for your position, but if you move, we got to put you on, we got to like harmonize you with the rest of the company now.
Sure, yeah, get new synergies up in there.
Yeah, because when I started where I work, there was a guy who had like retired 2 weeks after I started. It's like I didn't know him, but like everybody was crying so hard he was retiring, and they were like,
"Oh my God,
you're the last person we know at this company that has a pension.
Oh my God,
we're so happy for you," and like he left.
Wow.
And I was like, what the fuck's a pension? Like, you hear that shit in movies.
Yeah.
A pension.
Pensions don't exist anymore. Like it doesn't, it's not a thing.
So if you're listening, you're in corporate shit now, 401k is a pension. But a pension,
is it?
It's the same idea, yeah.
Okay.
But okay, so you know how like in corporate America everything's moved to like self-serve? Self-service, like even if you go to fucking like McDonald's now, they got screens where you take your own order. You put in your order.
I love, because I don't have to interact with somebody and make a fool of myself.
Yeah, we love that stuff. Like your timekeeping at your job. Like when you put in your time, somebody did that for you, and now it's self-service. You do it. You put in your time. You're responsible for making sure you get paid by us, right?
Right.
That's what a 401k is. It's a pension that's your problem.
Yeah, because like you have to decide how much you're going to pay into it, and then the company's like, "We'll match some of it probably."
Yeah.
But like it's on you to figure out: do you want it to be 2%, 6%? Is it going to be a Roth IRA? Like, what are you going to do with it? I don't fucking know.
Pensions were company made. Like they
Yeah.
just set money aside for you as a human. Yeah. A pension plan is an employee benefit that commits the employer to make regular contributions to a pool of money for when you leave. So you're not as an employee putting into a pension. You're just getting money from your company.
Yeah.
Then they went, let's fucking stop that shit. What if we like cut it in half and made them pay some of their already wages into it? Now it's you're self doing it because everything's self-serve now.
Yeah.
You want to retire? Make it on your own dime. Quit using my dime.
I hate capitalism.
So yeah, but anyway,
But anyway.
that was my whole thing. I've worked since I was like 18, and
Yeah.
I've had like 2 jobs. Well, like 2 companies that I've worked for,
Yeah.
and I am nowhere. How long do you wait to make it somewhere before
Yeah,
you
I
just
think-
had like upend and leave? You know,
I think you are beyond your time where you need to leave.
so. I actually have an offer
You
that
do?
is not lovely,
Oh.
but it is there. I'll tell you offline.
Okay.
I mean, I've talked about this story a billion times on the show to everybody that I know. Me and Big Beef Stew. With
Old
that,
Big Beef.
that big old pot on his head, man.
The crockpot head Big Beef stew.
Yep. He and I were walking around the office one day and ran into this girl, and he was like, I used to sit at this desk. Like, it's wild how much the office changes. And she was like, yeah. How long you guys been here? And Stu was like, like 20-something years. And she was like, 20 fucking years? She's like, I've been here like a year and a half, and I'm thinking I'm already late on bouncing.
Yeah. It's nuts.
I was raised for the wrong time, man. Like,
Yeah.
I was truly raised to, if you do a good job, that matters.
Yeah, and like if you stay at a company and show loyalty, you're going to get promoted, you're going to get all the incentives, they're going to appreciate you. That
But
doesn't
that's
happen.
not true.
Not in corporate America.
Like, it's fully not true.
Yeah.
I hate to say that shit and just be like, that's the way, but like, I can't wrap my brain around bouncing around from year to year because all that is somebody half-ass understanding a job before they bounce and it goes to somebody else that's going to come in and half-ass know what to do because nobody is proficient in the item.
But what you get to do when you do a life like that is you write stuff on your resume that's like, oh, I have experience in SQL, I have experience in Power BI. And then like you go to the next company who's like, oh, we're looking for somebody to do that. We'll pay you $80K. And then they're like, okay, yeah, I'll get more experience in this and more experience in that. And then they go to the next company and they're like, oh, we'll pay you like $100 for that. That's nice.
Yeah.
Because like I got a job offer. I was looking like several months back when I was miserable, and I got a job offer for like $80K to go to a job. I'm like, I'm not even qualified to do that. And they were like, no, we'll pay you. Like, come in now.
But you would have to like go in though.
Yeah, I would have to go in.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't do that. I don't leave my house. So
depending on how far away it was,
it was like Dallas.
Oh, fuck that. Nope.
Yeah, I was like,
Instant
no,
out.
You can keep it. Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not that hard up.
No.
But yeah, like, corporate shit's stupid.
It is.
So I was pretty mad because I was just in the whole, like, at what stage do you, like, decide that loyalty's for the birds, man?
Yeah.
Like, when do you
I just
decide to
can't.
bank off your morals and just go for the money?
I can't do it. Like, I hate interviewing so much that I've just resigned to, like, I'm going to stay at this company and make the best of what I can with it. Like, I can't interview.
Yeah.
I hate doing it. It feels bad in the soul. And I'm, like, at a point where I don't hate my job. So I'll keep doing it. I'm having fun.
See,
I enjoy it.
I don't really like my company because I know how it all works. But I love the people. Like, there are no shitty people at my company.
Yeah.
At least that I've had to like fully like there's people that don't do their work. That to me that's not shitty. That's just everybody. Like there's no people that are like vindictive or mean. Like there's no like those like real like bad apples of like your work people, you know?
Right.
There just aren't any.
That's nice.
And that's why I don't want to leave this place. Cuz like I worked at other places and I've had those horrible coworkers, you know?
What if you bounce to another company for 6 months and then this company realizes how much they're missing you, and then you come back and you get a big old pay raise?
That's the thing, which bothers me. Every single position that I've left at this company has asked me back. Every single time. And that's what I was going to tell you. I was talking with somebody and I was like, I don't regret the times I've left because I think the change that has happened where I left, that it's so much better for them now, was all spurred by the mass exodus that started with me.
That's
like,
nuts.
dude, I left and like 15 people followed.
My God.
Like, so many people left, but how many times can you keep saying there's a problem for nobody to listen, that it's got to be shown?
Yeah.
You know? But that's the thing. Corporate America's not worried about you leaving because...
No. They'll just replace you.
Yeah. There's another person waiting in the wings. They don't care.
Yeah.
But nobody came when it happened for me. So it was like, uh-oh, we need to figure it out and make it better. And they have. And that's actually one of the offers that I have right now.
Okay.
So we're going to think about it. But anyway, I'm done with that shit. Because I hate it.
Let's talk about happier things.
So anyway, I was really, really mad because I also wanted to watch a movie that I never got around to quite yet.
Uh-huh.
And so I had put in the chat for our topic suggestions. I said, I'm the most angry boy of all time, and I'm watching a movie tonight. Expect to hear about it.
Yes.
So I'm here to tell you about it.
Tell me about it.
I've been wanting to watch this movie for so fucking long that I was really mad, and I was like, Taylor, sit your ass down. Watch this fucking movie because it's gonna be amazing. So we watched Puss in Boots.
Oh my God. Please tell me all about it.
It is the best fucking movie ever.
Okay, good.
It was so good. It was everything I thought and more. And I fully see what all the fucking hype is.
Was it nominated for Best Animated?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Did it win?
It did not win, and I wouldn't have picked it to win. It was still very good, but it wasn't Pinocchio, man. Like, it was not on that fucking level.
Okay.
It was still very, very good. I would like to share my scoring with you.
Okay.
Because I want to show you some of the animation, which is
Yeah.
why I was so about it. Because it makes me think of your Arcane show.
Oh, okay, really? I
Where
didn't get that vibe at all from Puss in Boots.
Where it's like, it's a couple different styles mixed into one look.
Okay.
So, like, okay, he's very 3D or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All the liquids are very 2D against it.
Okay.
Like, look at the milk. It has a very, very unique look to it. Like, it kept popping out at me in different places. Like, it looks very, CGI. But then every liquid completely stands out.
It, like, pops off the screen at you.
Because there's a moment where he was, like, drinking milk from, like, a martini glass. And I was like, why does that hurt my eyes? Like, it looks different. Like, It doesn't look like it belongs in the glass, you know?
Yeah, these liquids are, like...
They're completely different.
Yeah. I mean, the whole animation vibe is very, like, Shrek, Coco. It all looks about the same to me, anyway. But, like...
But then there's this.
A cow in the audience.
All the eyes, at least on our main people, I think those are 2D as well.
Look at the treasure chest. Wow.
Yeah. Like, all right, so the people have almost like a cell shading. They have like a definite, like, unique tone. And then you get like, well, okay, this does too. Yeah, that's
the, like,
that's
painterly
super...
treasure chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But then he is not that at all. He is fully, like, whatever. Like, he's just totally CG. But then the eyes, though...
His eyes are so... Puss in Boots is so cute. Like, you can't not love this cat.
He's fucking so good, dude.
Oh, look at his little wink. His hat is very painterly as well.
Oh my God. I love the art style they did for this movie because it's very different from Shrek.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It is actually called the best HDR movie of all time.
Whoa.
So, like, on 4K, I thought you would love this, like, yarn ball, beach ball thing for this concert. I want you to watch this because this movie is just so cat. Like, this movie is so cat. It is outrageous. He's singing about how he's the greatest hero. He's never been touched by a blade before. All this stuff, right?
Okay.
See, the eyes. Oh, the eye. I think the eyes are 2D.
Oh, the way that the horse is tap dancing there. Did you see the little like lines coming off whenever his feet hit?
Yeah. So we're gonna get to those. You
Okay.
ready? Anime has just pervaded all mediums.
Okay.
This movie is so anime at the same time too.
I could
So,
see
like,
it.
He does this whole fight scene. Okay, see?
Yeah, the blades.
Yeah. The blade
Every
sparks
time they-
are totally 2D.
Yeah, and when they like swish through the air, there's little lines that go with it as well, like to indicate
Yes.
movement.
I think I have to turn on the sound just so you can hear how like wild it gets.
Okay.
So like his teeth look so good there too, man. Okay, in HDR,
Oh, the fireworks.
this
Wow.
stuff is bananas.
The trails behind the fireworks were also 2D.
Yes, like it's just so good looking. I love how
Yeah.
this movie fucking looks. It's
It's very unique.
gorgeous, man. Okay, so I was pretty like, that's the milk that freaked me out.
that's the milk. Yeah.
That's the milk, right? This is literally 3 minutes into the movie.
Oh my god.
Like, this opening started, it didn't let you go, and I just sat there for 20 minutes, was all like, was that just the intro? Oh my god, I gotta be done. I'm gonna watch this with Taylor. Like, it's super anime, because it's also very just like unrealistic action,
Yes.
which I dig so much. Like, yeah, cool, let's just do this.
Oh my god. This is nuts. He just used his cello like a bow to shoot Puss in Boots like an arrow.
And see, this guy is like half
oh
speed.
my god. Yeah.
Right?
Like Spider-Man.
Yes! Ah! It's
Ew.
so good. That's
Oh
like
my
the
God.
signature move. Then this fight just goes.
This is so like also very Bugs Bunny.
Kind of. Like, this movie is... Oh, so he drank coffee. And look at this animation. Like,
Holy shit. Yeah. This
Like-
is different.
it grabs your attention.
Yeah.
And, like, you can't stop watching it.
oh yeah. And this like segment of him running across the rooftops here is all 3D
No.
and 2D at the same time.
Hold up. They do just, like, camera angles. Like, you spin
This
it
is-
outside...
Yes.
Look
this is
at
different.
this.
I like this.
Oh my god. This is just the opening.
This is cool.
Like, movie hasn't begun. Title card hasn't happened. You know
This
what I mean?
didn't get an Oscar for the animation though. Like,
No, it
this
did
is
not.
next level shit.
But like, having watched it, I fully understand why it was so regarded. You know?
Yeah.
Like that camera shot?
Yeah.
Ugh, everything about this movie exudes a style that I did not think a Shrek movie could give me.
Yeah, no.
And then spin on there and do the Puss in Boots pee. Like, the stupid action, like fucking Kratos and the dragon and shit. Just like,
Yeah. Big video
This-
game vibes.
this movie just screams everything I want in a movie. So, okay, so then there's that. And then he dies.
Okay.
Yeah, so it opens with him dying.
And then he comes back to life, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But so this is part of the catness that I wanted you to see. There's parts in here
Doing the
that make
dangle
me
test on him.
fucking giggle, man. Right here, when he does this reflex test. You're not ready. those
Oh my God.
Those pit paps, I can't get over, man. Then we do this whole like thing because he's like, "Hey, you died," and he's like, "That's fine. Like, I'm a cat.
Got 8 more of those.
I got 9 lives." And he's like, "How many times have you died?" So then they recount all the times he's died. And this is a very unique segment that I like. Do you see that? And you get the counter.
Oh.
And we sit here and go through all of it. And the one that we just saw was number 8.
Oh my god.
So that's why it's Last Wish, because this is it. He's on his last life. And Then you
Sad.
meet this villain. You meet this fucking villain. I pray that you have seen those scenes on TikTok.
I've seen like a spooky wolf being edited into other stuff.
Okay, well, that dude in the thing is like fucking wild. Like, this is primo villain. Because he goes like right here. He's like, "Oh, I'm a big fan. Can I get your autograph?" Oh, they cut it. But he's like, "Sign right here." And he's tapping on the dead for the dead or alive on the poster.
Ugh.
And then he just fucking starts fighting this dude. And it gets pretty intense. So he's never been touched by a blade, right?
Oh my god.
And he got hit
And
by
they
a
show
blade
him
for the first
bleed.
time. Yeah.
Oh my! I don't know if I've ever seen the main character bleed in a children's movie.
And then like the lightning flashes and his eyes fucking do wild shit. So the whole rest of the movie is basically one giant panic attack.
Oh my god.
He's like met his match. He's on his last life. And like, I do remember seeing on TikTok, somebody was like, "This is the most realistic panic attack I've seen in a movie." And it's in a fucking cartoon movie.
Fucking cartoon cat.
Do you think you'd watch this movie? You need absolutely zero background for this movie. It is a total standalone.
I mean, I would watch it for the animation style, but it sounds like a pretty heavy subject matter.
Okay. I'm going spoiler right now. I'm like
tell
going
me
to
up
give you the
top,
spoiler.
Does Puss in Boots die? Like,
No, not at all.
okay.
I was waiting for that though. So this wolf is not a person. It is actual death coming for him.
Oh, spooky.
Yeah, like you find that out later. Like he is not this bounty hunter. He is literal death coming for that last life.
Oh my god.
And you get the big like climactic fight thing where Puss in Boots continues to fight him because he's been running from him the entire movie. And he does the fight, and the wolf dude's just all like, "This isn't any fun.
Oh.
I want you to be scared. I want you to worry about your life." And he's like, "Nah, bro. Like, I have people now, and I know that my one life is good. Like, I'm gonna live it up to the fullest."
Okay.
And he's like, "Well, now I don't want this. I will come back, but it's not now. See you later." And then he just like leaves.
All right.
And then there's like 10 other subplots, all the stuff. It's a fucking phenomenal movie. It was top notch. Fucking great. I loved it.
Good.
It's the fucking
Looks very
best.
good.
But I knew that I would get you with some of that art style stuff.
Yeah. And the sewage here in this scene.
Yeah, like
Like,
all liquids are not whatever, you know.
I don't know
This
if I would
scene
show
is
this to a
intense.
child. This
Oh.
movie looks intense.
This scene is wild. It's him. So he's trying to find this like shooting star that's like crash landed to the planet.
Okay.
And there's a wish trapped in it. So whoever can find this star bit will get a wish, right?
This is not at all what I expected from the plot of a Puss in Boots movie.
Oh no, it's so good. This scene, he's trapped with all the 8 lives that are calling him a wuss because they're not. So he retires from being Puss in Boots, and he goes
Okay.
to live with like a crazy cat lady.
Nice.
And so it's him just like getting food poured for him, a communal shit box, like
Okay.
like I was like the greatest legend of the land, and now here I am, like I wear mittens on my fucking hands because she didn't want me scratching the couch and shit, you know.
Yeah.
And his life is, you know, he's like in retirement, and it's sad, and he's not what he once was. It's a very like adult themed movie.
Yeah.
And then in this scene, because he's trying to find the wish to get 9 lives again. He wants to be able to be fearless again and not scared of this final life that he has. So in this, to get to the star, they basically do like the whole like, let's fuck with your brain. Like, what trials can we put you through to see if you really want to get there, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this one, it's all 8 of his other lives talking about how far he's fallen. Man, you really aren't who you used to be. Remember when you were me and we weren't scared of the world? Like, you suck today. Like, you're lame. Like,
Damn.
you're like awful now. And they're reminiscing about the old days, and then Death comes in, and he's all like, yeah, see, you could be these, but I took all these guys. And then he breaks each of these pictures of him. And then it's all like, and I'm ready for the last one. Ready for number
God.
9. And like he's got little like etchings of all the lives he's taken from Puss in Boots on his fucking weapon. Like, he's counting down till this last one. Death is mean in this movie.
My God.
He's a good villain. He's very good. It's a phenomenal movie.
It looks
I hope you all
very
fucking
good.
watch it. It is definitely worth your time.
Okay. Yeah, not what I expected at all.
I mean, because, like, the original Puss in Boots was weird. Like,
Yeah.
It was a definite Shrek movie.
Yeah.
You know, he's friends with Humpty Dumpty and all this wild shit. And this is just... This movie weirds me out a little bit because it's got the 3 bears in it.
Okay.
And the 3 bears are in the original Shrek. And we know that Mama Bear got taken and turned into a bear rug.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, who are these guys? Because it's definitely Goldilocks and the 3 bears, you know?
New mommy bear. Step mommy bear.
Fucking John Mulaney is in this movie.
Of course. Why not?
As Jack Horner, the dude with the plum on his thumb or whatever.
Uh-huh.
He's a horrendous villain. He literally just, like, sacrifices, like, the people on his team to get where he's going. And then we'll be like, I'll kill you next. Unless you want to fucking, like, wisen up and do what I say. And, like, people just follow him blindly.
Okay.
It's a wild. Like, he's like the capitalist side of the movie. This movie's got a lot. It's fucking onions, man. It's layered. Just
layers and layers.
It was phenomenal. I thoroughly loved it.
Good.
I've been wanting to watch it again. But anyway,
speaking of movies.
Speaking of the Oscars, this one didn't win, which is fine. We just did our tally in the pre-ramble.
Yes.
Of all the stuff.
I have a feeling I know who won.
I'm going to go ahead and just give us the numbers. I'll share it with you right now. I won by 1 point.
1 point? I thought you blasted me out of the water.
Okay, so you had 2 that you didn't choose. You
were 2? Shit.
Or, well, you had 1, because you were at 9, and I was at 11.
Okay.
And then you made your 1 choice. It took you to 10. So,
right.
10 and 11. Ismail, you got a 7, dude. You had too much faith in Steven.
Up. Come on, dude. Come on. You've fallen so far.
Too much faith in Steven. I don't think the Fablemans got anything.
They didn't want the movie about movies?
They sure didn't. Yeah. That movie won none of the stuff it was up for.
Holy shit. So just
That's kind of amazing.
At, like, everything that has won, I'm seeing a lot for Everything Everywhere. Like,
is basically that.
I thought they were going to win quite a few. I didn't think they were going to sweep the actor noms. My God.
Yeah. So they did actress, supporting, and both supportings. Yeah.
The only reason they didn't win Best Actor is because none of them were nominated for it.
Yeah. I was really surprised about Jamie Lee Curtis, but she was pretty good in that movie. But I really thought that the person that we picked did more, but I don't know.
So I have seen a couple things from the Oscars on TikTok. I've been trying to avoid most of it because I wanted to, like, we all know at this point Brendan did win his nom for The Whale.
I can't believe it. I'm so happy.
So I've been trying to, like, skip past all the Oscars content so that we can watch that together for the first time because I haven't seen it yet. But what I have seen is a lot of pictures of Jamie Lee Curtis, like, hovering. Do you know what that's about? Can you tell me?
Oh, she was just, like, really happy when they won Best Picture, I think. So she just was jumping and really excited.
She just, like, fucking took off like a little jetpack.
Now, I don't know if that was when she won. Maybe that was her walking up to get her
floating up like
award.
A future woman.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure where that happened. Okay. But I mean, she was part of a movie that just fucking kicked ass.
Yeah.
So she was just happy.
I didn't know she was in this movie, by the way.
She's in it for just a little bit, but her bit is so good.
I've seen the director talking about it, and he was like, this movie is like the first majority Asian cast to win, and we can't say all Asian, but we kind of can because Lee, that's a pretty good surname.
I think this is the first thing she's ever won, actually.
Ever?
I'm pretty sure.
Jamie Lee Curtis has got to have more than one Oscar.
I don't think she has anything. Let's do awards. She has been up for one Academy Award ever, and she won it.
What the fuck?
For this
Why?
movie.
How?
She's never been up for anything. Like,
she's incredible. Ever. She's, I guess, just the like genre that she lives in because she does a lot of comedy and a lot of horror.
Yeah.
And those aren't, Oscar-worthy films.
Exactly. She has done... People are, like, flocking to her so much right now because she did a lot of, like... I feel like she's very down to earth.
Yeah,
'Cause
she
she's
seems like a cool aunt, you know?
Yeah, she's like, yes, my parents were very big in this field. Like, you know, everyone probably thinks, oh, nepo baby. You know, like
yeah.
she dropped like the nepotism word several times throughout all the speeches that she's been giving. Like, she knows she came from a place, you know,
acknowledging her privilege.
but she's also saying, you know, but I've also never won anything. I'm 64 years old and I finally got something. I don't think we can say it's that. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm fully on board with that with her. Like, yeah. I love Jamie Lee Curtis.
Me too.
And she is she plays Street Fighter, dude.
She watches One Piece.
Yeah, she's a fucking One Piece person. Like, she's awesome. Look at this Scream Queen, man. This is the Scream Queen.
Truly.
I love her.
Look at her. My God.
God, she's so cool. So anyway, yeah. I know that she was just on cloud nine because she was part of something that was so awarded. So
yeah.
I think that jump is her being excited for other people. It's not even for herself. She's tried to like stay away from it. Like, no, let this culture have this moment. And they're always like, no, you come here. When Everything Everywhere won Best Picture at the Golden Globes or whatever, they pulled Brendan Fraser into their photo. Like, this is the most like communal awards season I think I've ever seen.
I know it has felt like kind of different.
It really has. It doesn't feel like people going like, "Yep, got me another one in the bag. Yay for me," you know.
Yeah.
I just want to watch the beginning of this one again.
And the Oscar goes to
Why is she so emotional?
I don't know why she. I know.
I love it. Like, the support is so beautiful. I don't know who this woman is or why she loves him so much, but I feel her in this moment.
I know. I just love this because, man, that's what I always pictured when I thought I would win an Oscar one day. When I would sit and watch this as a kid, dream of going up there, I would have done it exactly like old Ki Kwan here.
Mom,
look at this beautiful man.
I just won an Oscar.
He's so sweet.
He is so sweet. Like,
I love him.
That's so beautiful. Look at him.
I did not realize that this is the Asian kid from the fucking Goonies, dude.
Yeah. And this is
I did
Short
not know
Round
that.
from Indiana Jones.
Yeah, this guy's been in the fucking biz since he was a child. I was not aware. I thought this was just like some up-and-coming guy.
84 or something, yeah.
My God.
And he like left acting. He left. And like has just recently come back.
Wow.
And now this happens.
That's so cool.
And
I
him
love
and
that.
Brendan Fraser were in Encino Man together back in the day.
Yes, which is amazing.
So actually, that's been a big thing going around. They're like, Brendan's the glue of this Oscars. He's been related to almost every person that's won every single thing. He's been tied to somebody in some way.
Oh my God. So it's his season finale is what they're saying.
But apparently,
Uh-oh.
there's like a documentary or something coming out that we gotta we gotta know about.
About Brendan?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no, it's bad. It's bad stuff.
Oh, bad? There's no bad.
Yes.
What's bad?
Because it's about why he disappeared.
Oh.
And you know who made him disappear?
Was it fucking Harvey Weinstein? Because he's the
No.
one who touched everybody in the world?
It was The
Who
Rock,
is it? The Rock?
who got his start from Brendan Fraser. He brought
did
him
The
into
Rock-
The Mummy because he was the
Yeah.
Scorpion King. Then The Rock leads the Scorpion King and starts doing all this stuff. But apparently The Rock has like a motto, which is like, I will make it no matter the cost.
Okay.
Which could be his friends. And apparently he's been really big on keeping Brendan put down so that he could rise up.
What the fuck?
So
I
apparently
don't want to believe that.
Brendan's gonna... I already know The Rock's not a good guy.
Really?
Like, yeah, he's not a good guy.
He just seems like a wholesome dude.
That's the brand. That's the brand of him. But he will do whatever it takes for that brand to be what you're craving.
Weird. Okay.
That's what
Maybe I
happened
need
with the
to
whole
look into
Black
The
Adam
Rock.
thing. Okay, so Black Adam, that movie that like just came out with him being the superhero, that was a troubled movie getting made because he was so like, I'm the only person that can be in it. I get to say how it's filmed because this is my movie.
Huh.
Oh, he's pretty hardcore.
I did not know this. I thought The Rock was just like, if you smell people's elbow, eyebrow man.
If you smell the people's elbow, you better run. Like, he's apparently not the best. I'm not saying, like, he's just, like, a big, butthole, just, like, being mean to people. But, like, if it threatens his status, I think he can be.
Weird. I'm going to reserve judgment until I watch this documentary, but I do want to watch it.
But so, apparently, Brendan's going to start speaking about why he's been gone, and a lot of it has to do with The Rock.
Huh.
And since
Okay.
he's, like, kind of back, he doesn't feel like he can be squashed again. By
he's won
the
his Oscar.
success of the other people.
I think since Brendan has come back and won his Oscar, he's in a position now where he's just like, I will be as open as humanly possible. Because Brendan doesn't seem like, we talk about him as if we know him, like we're besties.
We do. We know
But,
him.
like,
He's phenomenal.
I just feel like he's not the type of person to, one, lie publicly, and two, hold anything back. Because he was vocal when he left Hollywood. He was like, yeah, this producer inappropriately touched me, and I didn't want that. And so I left, and he had that whole business with his divorce and all that. He's just been like a very open dude. So
Yeah. Like,
I can't imagine why he would have a reason to lie.
I want to know everything about him, and I just want him to be the most popular person of all time.
Yeah, he deserves
That's all
it.
I want. I think I need to pull up one other one for you real quick.
'Kay.
Because we're not done with Ke Huy Quan.
Okay, like what?
I need you to see when they do the Best Picture one. Because I had a feeling they knew.
They all start standing up and walking toward the stage before they said it.
No. They knew what was going to win because guess who they had give it out? Harrison Ford. They had
Awesome.
Indiana Jones do it, right?
Okay.
Because when it happens, right here in the middle, there's old Short Round and Indiana Jones,
Just hugging it out.
and he gives him a kiss. and
Kissing
stuff.
him. Oh, he's so happy.
He was
Harrison's like, take the Oscar. Take
he
it.
was like 8 years old when he met Harrison Ford. Like
Oh, amazing.
he will always see him probably as like that indie father figure,
Yeah.
I've seen so many interviews because like he's been gone from Hollywood, so now that he's coming back, they actually had them meet up. Because I guess when they were at the Golden Globes, they were like, "Hey, Harrison Ford's in the other room. Like, would you like to meet him?" And he was like, "Oh my God, yes! I haven't seen him in so long."
Oh,
And he like walked in and he's like, "Hey, Mr. Ford, like you probably don't remember me." And he's like, "Are you Short Round?" And he was like, "Yes." And like they cried and hugged and talked for
Aw.
like an hour and stuff. And like
That's
they're
amazing.
just sweet. So like I know they knew what was gonna win, so they could have an indie Short Round fucking moment like this. Look at him.
Yes.
He is a kid around that man.
he's just like a happy, happy child.
I love it. But so we're here because you and I both have not wept and cried about Brendan Fraser winning
Yes.
Best Actor yet.
Yeah, I want to see this with you.
So I'm going to blow this up as big as can be. And this is when Brendan Fraser was given Best Actor. By Halle Berry and Jessica Chastain, too.
Oh my
Like,
God.
And the Oscar goes to Brendan Fraser.
oh my God. So he brought his two kids with him, those two kids.
They're so cute.
He apparently is just like a dad joke machine.
I have seen TikToks about that.
This crowd better not sit down the entire speech.
I know.
Like, I'll be upset if that happens.
Oh, she's like weeping.
Oh, well, that's the lady from The Whale with her. Okay.
Oh.
There's old Elvis.
So this is what the multiverse looks like. Oh, my goodness. I thank the Academy for this honor and for our studio A24 for making
I forgot
such
that was
a bold
A24.
film.
That's how you know it's good.
I'm grateful to Darren Aronofsky for throwing me a creative lifeline and hauling me aboard the good ship, The Whale.
That's Darren Aronofsky. He looks like such a normal
It was
ass
written
dude.
by
Yeah.
Samuel D. Hunter,
I
who
know,
is
for the
our
weird shit he comes up
lighthouse.
with.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, you laid your whale-sized hearts bare so that we could see into your souls like no one else could do, and it is my honor to be named alongside you in
sweet
this
man.
category.
God, I love him. He's just like picking at it like, oh, it's so beautiful.
He looks like he's about to
I-
pass out.
I want to tell you that only whales can swim at the depth of the talent of Hong Chow. And I started in this business 30 years ago, and things they didn't come easily to me. But there was a facility that I didn't appreciate at the time.
He's so emotional.
Until it stopped. And I just want to say thank you for this acknowledgement, because it couldn't be done without my cast. It's been like I've been on a diving expedition on the bottom of the ocean, and the air on the line to the surface is on a launch being watched over by some people in my life, like my sons Holden and Leland and Griffin. I love you, Griffey. My manager, Joanne Colonna.
Yeah, I know, and I'm curious.
Jennifer Plant. And my best first mate, Jeannie. Thank you again, each one and all.
Is that his new wife,
I'm
Janie?
so grateful to you.
I guess so, yeah. Well, shit, now I have questions. Like,
Yeah,
did
now
he
we
have a
need
son
like
that
more
died?
and more. I know. He pointed up at the sky when he said Griffey, right?
Yes. Don't do that to me.
Don't do that.
Brendan?
It hurts. He looks, not to get on this particular train, but I know he wore a fat suit for the whale. He
Yes.
looks like he's trimmed down personally, though.
Oh, yeah, big time. From when he was like first making his comeback, yeah, he was a lot bigger.
Yeah, he got like an injury, right? He had a spinal injury or something when he
Yeah.
was filming The Mummy, and that was what caused him to gain a lot of weight.
Yeah, he had like 3 back surgeries or something.
Yeah. Which also happened to Chris Kattan. Did you know Chris Kattan got all fucked up?
What? For what?
Yeah, dude. Chris Kattan's got a whole story. He was on Celebrity Big Brother like last year. He got some kind of, I think it was a spinal injury or a neck injury or something, and he had a bunch of surgeries, so he can't like turn his head independently from his body, so he kind of like turns like Frankenstein anymore.
Okay.
And he got like he ended up getting like addicted to painkillers or something after his surgery, so he had to like leave Hollywood and go to rehab and all that, and then he gained a bunch of weight. There's just like a whole lot going on with Chris Kattan. He's
Like
on the
this
mend.
Chris Kattan.
Yeah, this Chris Kattan.
Like Night
He
of
looks-
the Roxbury Chris Kattan.
Yeah, he looks
Oh my
completely
God.
different these days. Like he released a book about it recently. I would like to read it, but he has gone through like a lot of shit.
Dude, I loved Chris Kattan.
Yeah, he injured himself like on Saturday Night Live, and they were like, that didn't happen. And
Okay.
there was this whole like legal thing where they wouldn't pay for his surgeries or something, so he had to like, yeah, it's just been a fucking time for him. He's
Dude,
got a
I
lot.
love him.
I know.
He was like one of my favorite SNL guys.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he always cracked me up, man.
But
Okay.
anyway, Brendan Fraser.
So Griffin is his autistic son. So
oh, okay.
we're fine.
Okay, so
Things
he's
are
fine.
fine.
He's alive.
Yeah, he's
Man.
his oldest son.
Those
20 years
boys
old.
are 18 and 16 that were in the audience with him.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
look old.
These 2 kids right here.
Holy shit, that redhead with like the hair. Oh my god.
I know that looks like a man.
Yeah.
I'm
His sons
thinking
are so
that's the
handsome.
16 and that's the 18-year-old.
They don't. They look like men. They look like they're 27 and 35.
He's proud.
Yeah, look at that proud papa.
That was not quite the tearjerker speech I anticipated. Honestly.
I know, like he was very like wet and emotional, but
yeah,
I
but
didn't-
he was just like, "I'm good."
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you.
I thought he would get up there and be like, "Hollywood is horrible and I hate it, but I love you." I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, so since I won the Oscar thing, I'm gonna say, hooray, and move on.
Okay.
That's
Don't
it,
make
not-
me eat a bug or something.
No bugs.
Okay.
I don't think we cared enough to try to do anything like that for this one.
No, like I genuinely couldn't bring myself to care about the Oscars this year. I don't know.
I'll watch the rest of the movies at some point. I don't know.
At some point, you're gonna watch The Fablemans.
I mean, I really wanted to. I don't think I'm gonna think it's the greatest thing of all time, but
Yeah.
I definitely want to see it. I probably won't watch Elvis though. I don't care.
Don't waste your time.
I don't care. I
Watch
guess I
the
gotta
one
watch-
scene of him doing the concert. There's like one pretty sexy scene where he does a concert and it's
Okay.
like grabbing people's faces and shit. Watch that one. But
Oh, like giving them the kisses and stuff.
I don't even remember if he kisses people. He's just like grabbing this woman's face and singing into her like a microphone. It was like
Dude,
A lot.
Because my dad watches just old Elvis concerts like all the time.
Yeah.
There's this one, he's singing a song, and they just have him get in a line, and he just kisses each of them past the stage while singing, just like,
It's so bizarre.
I can't, yep, okay, help falling
yeah.
in love with you, and just like more kisses.
And there's like security like escorting women who want more than a kiss out of him.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Elvis was a whole different time.
He was a phenomenon, I will say that.
Yep.
All right, that's enough Oscar talk. Let's go collect ourselves, and then come back.
Okay.
Okay.
People who say cats are aloof and they like don't like you, don't want to hang out, they've never had cats in their life.
For real, dude.
I thought that before I got cats, and now I'm like, you are worse than a dog. Like,
Do you know how much I wake up to Tenzin licking my head in the night? Oh, Daddy's asleep. I should clean him. And I'm just like, oh my god. Dude.
Deeds does that to my eyebrows in the middle of the night. Like,
Oh my god.
wake up,
That's
it's just like all up on the eyebrow. Like, stop it, stop.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, she's making sure they're not like splayed out. You know, she's keeping them nice and
Keep them tight.
yeah.
So bothersome. I'm gonna wake up one day with no fucking eyebrows. She's gonna have licked them off.
You know, I wonder that sometimes about Tenzin. I'm like, am I gonna get like a bald spot on the back of my head from him licking in one place so much? If you enjoy that little bit of the pre-ramble, don't forget you can get that full bonus episode by going over to patreon.com/YMBTOAP and signing up to be a patron. We would love to see you guys in there, chatting with us in the secret Discord, chatting with us in our Zeitgeist stuff when we do our Zeitgeist reviews. Like, we would just love to see you guys and all the stuff we got going on. But if you want to be the ultimate supporter, we got new merch on the way.
We do.
Yeah, so we'll get you some new Yimtope gear that is going to go live probably around April 1st, sometime in April, because that is the anniversary month for Yimtope for 4 years. So we just designed 6 new things.
A few things, yeah.
A few
there
things.
is one special edition just for Zeities. So if you're in the Zeitgeist, look forward to a very fun new piece of merch.
That is true. So hop on over to the Yimto Apparel store next month. The link is in our show notes. And because it is our anniversary month, we will be giving out some discount codes for a little bit. So hopefully see you guys there. And again, we just love you guys. We truly love you guys. That's what keeps us pushing forward. So you know what? Let's push you into some more regularly scheduled content.
Okay, I've been playing this new game.
Mm-hmm.
And I say I have been playing it. I have beat it and finished it.
Okay. I know this was a big Friday Roundup game.
Yes, so I talked about this a little bit in Friday Roundup. This is a game that Square Enix came out with, and just the most like silent release I've ever seen. Like, Square Enix is usually pretty good about advertising their shit, and I feel like they do a good job with like visual novels. Like, they've done a few of those, so they're like, yeah, here's another visual novel, go play it, it's fun. This one, they just like put it out there, didn't say shit about it. They're like, here's this one. So I didn't have high hopes for it because it was so unadvertised. It's called Paranormicite, which is probably one of the worst names for a game that you could have, honestly. Like, there's not a whole lot. I mean, it's fine. It reminds me of Paranorman, I guess.
Yeah.
But the premise of the game, it's called Paranormicite, The 7 Mysteries of Hanjo. And so you're working in Hanjo, Japan, and you have like, you're walking around, and at midnight suddenly like all these curses go live, and a bunch of people end up having these things called curse stones. And when you obtain a curse stone, or when it's given to you, you are like flooded with the memory of a ghost who died in a horrible way, and they want revenge. So there's this one who's like, it's a little girl, and she got left at the stream by her parents when they were on a fishing trip, and she just can't like find them, and she's sad, and she is walking around, ends up walking into the creek and dying because no one is there to save her. So the curse stone, whenever you are with somebody and they turn to walk away from you, you can activate the curse stone. And the way the person dies is based on how the ghost died. So the person will drown to death, just like standing there in the middle of a dry park. So it's spooky. And it's this game does a really great job of like building the mystery around the curses and like who has what stone, how are they killing people, how did this person die that way, but they were found over there where the cursed stone was over this way.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of different threads that you're connecting, and there is this like big overarching paranormal story type thing. So there's this situation that kind of sets you up for, there are people that are dying, and it seems like they're maybe dying like in a way that mimics the curses, but it could be somebody who's physically killing them that way instead of an actual ghost curse.
Okay.
But then you find out, I'm gonna do some spoilers for this game real quick.
Because I was like, if somebody died by like maybe strangling, that's something a real person could do. You can't just like force somebody to drown.
Yeah. So
on
there's
the
one
bus,
curse that like,
you know?
Yes.
Okay.
There's this one curse that makes you look like you fell from a great height, like fell off a building or something.
Okay.
So your body's all smashed and mangled. But also, if you get hit by a car at high speeds, your body could look like that.
True. Okay.
And I guess I won't spoil it. So there's like a couple things that are weird like that, because I don't want to spoil this for people that want to play it. But this is also a game that kind of like blurs the line between reality and game. Like you as a player become kind of a character within the game. So there's moments where like you're confronted with a ghost, and the way that it kills you is once you hear the ghost, you're toast. You're dead.
Okay.
And if you go into like the settings menu and turn the voice volume on the characters down to 0, you can't hear the ghost, so you can survive that curse. It's fine.
See, that's really cool.
It's very
I like
cool.
that shit.
And one of the creepiest things it did, so like when we first opened the game, you're greeted into this room it's like this guy, this spooky looking dude with a CRT TV next to him, like an old school like wooden TV, which is just inherently spooky. And the settings menu, you always go back to that CRT TV, so it like rounds the edges of your screen and makes it kind of bendy looking like a CRT would.
I like that.
It's very cool. But when you first log in and you're like greeted by this guy with the TV, he's like, "Hey, welcome." And you tell him, he's like, "What's your name? What should I call you?" And so you type in your name, and he goes, "Okay, so your name is," and then instead of the name that you have typed in, he types in, like, he responds with like your Steam name, which is like, what the fuck? How did he know?
That's cool.
Is weird. And like we looked at each other like, did he just do that? And then he could be like, "That's not my name." And he's like, "Oh, sorry, you typed in this name. Yeah, that's the one to call me." Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like very creepy. It just does these little things.
I like
that are,
that.
like, fucking weird.
Did you ever play Metal Gear Solid back in the day?
I played one of them. I wasn't like super big into it.
Because like I completely missed this whole, period of time. I had never played that game, but like I keep hearing about it because they're talking about doing a remake today.
Oh.
And I'm like, man, like I can't believe I've missed probably one of the greatest things games has ever done. And it's something like that because fucking Kojima's always been doing that shit. Like in PT with like the photo was in the pause menu and shit, right?
Yes.
There's one of the bosses that you have to plug the second controller in and fight the boss on that controller.
What?
Because he reads your mind because he's reading your input. So you play on the second controller and he goes, "I can't tell what you're doing. What are you doing?" And that's the boss in a fucking game.
That's cool.
That weird like meta like indulge with the stuff from outside kind of interesting like that is fucking.
It's cool.
It feels
it's
like you
good
shouldn't
shit.
be able to do that, but like
I know.
it's just
very
basic.
doki.
It's basic coding shit. Like, okay, yeah, when they log in, like, of course, because Steam logs how long you play a fucking game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard to do that, but it's so out of the realm of normalcy.
Yes.
It hits a lot harder.
Yeah, we didn't expect it going into the game. And the fact that it is kind of a creepy horror game, we were like, "Oh, why does he know our name?"
I like that.
It was very spooky.
Do you remember? This was a long time ago. I don't know if you were off of Facebook at the time. But there was some little program that you could do where like you would like send it to your friends and it would be like a video that they watch. But what the video does was it would pull your Facebook profile into the video.
Oh my God. Yes.
So it was a guy like scrolling through your page, looking at photos of you, but it would just pull based off your profile,
Yeah.
Like that thing.
That was weird. I remember that. Yeah. It's just the way that technology can kind of play with you based on the information that you don't know you're giving it.
Yeah.
That's very cool stuff. Which just brings me back to the thought of like, you need to play Undertale, man. You got to play that game.
Sitting right there. I look at
Sitting
it.
right there.
Well, actually, I even have it on the PlayStation. Like,
God, you got to
have
play
it
It's
everywhere.
so good. But
you know what? That is going to be one of my like next projects. I'm going to
All
play Undertale.
yes.
Do you have a
excellent.
preferred area? Does it really matter?
where to play
PC
it?
versus console? Does it make a
I don't
big
know.
difference?
We played it on PC, of course, but I don't know the difference. But,
That is
yeah.
that's on the list. That is like on the list because I'm not buying anything for a while. So
Yeah. You should play it.
I did just buy Resident Evil Village the other day.
Okay. Don't you already have that game?
No, I never bought
Oh,
it.
shit.
I think we need to do like some Resident Evils.
Okay.
Have you played them?
I played one of them with Des, but I can't remember which one it was. I think like 4 or something. We were in a swampy cabin.
Okay, so 4. Like the best one of all time that I've never played.
Okay. It was a long time ago. But yeah, so Paranormasight. This game is so good. And it does not suffer from one of the major problems that every visual novel suffers from, which
Okay.
is,
Shitty ending.
well, no. So this game, the ending was so cool. There's like we had to honestly like, so when we're doing games like this, we like to 100% them because that's just who we are as individuals, Richard and I. And we unfortunately did not get to 100% this because there's like different files that you find along the way. Like you find a file like, oh, this is information on this person, or this is information on this location. And we have missed one and we
Okay.
can't find where it is. And this game is so brand new. Like it just came out last week that there's not a walkthrough yet online.
Okay.
But we got 32 out of 34 achievements. The 2 remaining being like find that last file. And then the last achievement is get all the achievements. So
Yeah.
the ending of this game is fucking wild and very cool. And I didn't see it coming at all. And we did
Okay.
have to look it up to like, how do we answer this question to get it right? Because we tried several times.
Okay.
But the cast of this game is really great. It does not suffer from this huge problem that every single visual novel has, where it's always like the main guy is this 30-somethings male detective, and he's always got like this scantily clad child woman, like a little girl that follows him around, and there's a weird sexual tension that happens all the time or something. There's always overtly objectified young women in games like this. This game does not have that.
I was like, that's not true. And like, you're Phoenix, right? And I was like,
Look at Maya.
yeah, it is.
And look at poor Pearl when she morphs into Mia. My God, it's a problem. But this game doesn't have any of that. Like, it has like a few schoolgirl characters, and they show up in their little like sailor uniforms, and it was like, it's gonna get weird, and it didn't get weird because the sailor uniforms are just baggy and they're like normal, like it would look on a teenage girl.
Okay.
It doesn't ever stray into the realm of like, oh, they could kiss.
It didn't go full anime for you.
Right. Yeah. There was no like fan servicey moments that didn't belong, you know?
Okay.
It's a really good game. So it's available on Switch. It's also on Steam, of course. And it is available on Android. So you can buy this on your
Oh,
phone.
Weird.
And
okay.
it's only $15.99. So if you're looking for a game, it took us like 15 hours to beat it. We beat it over the course of like 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
It's just such a good game. Like the way the pieces fall together is really fun and satisfying. It's one of the best visual novels I've played in a little while. Like I felt good after finishing this one.
Okay.
It was exciting and fun.
Good.
Yes.
See, it's like, and it's not even getting the fanfare. Like, this is like one of those like hidden gems of the genre
Yeah.
that no one's going to know about.
Right.
And it
yeah.
actually hits the marks well.
Yes.
That's stupid.
I know. That's why I was so mad. I was like, this game is so fucking good, and they're not advertising it at all. So consider this our big advertising blast for Paranormasight, the 7 Mysteries of Hanjo.
Hell yeah. See, this feels like it would be a good Switch game for me,
Yeah.
I think.
I
Okay.
have been wanting a new Switch game, but I'm waiting for Dredge to come out because that's going to be my next deep dive on the Switch, I think.
Which one was that one?
Dredge is the one that I've been talking about in Friday Roundup, where it's like a fishing mystery game.
Yeah, with the
So you're on
very
that,
good
like-
art style and the
Yeah.
2 trailers we dropped in there. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so it's like you're on a boat and you're looking for fish, and then also Cthulhu is probably there.
Okay, I'm
So-
gonna throw this out there. Yes, Kelsey said this game is $15.99, but it is only $15.99 until Wednesday, March 22nd. So if you're
Oh.
listening on Monday, you've got 2 days to go get it. And if you're listening to this way too late, well, sorry.
Too bad you missed it.
Yeah, it says it's normally 20 because I'm
See, that's
I'm
not
on the
even
Switch
bad.
right now, and it says it's on sale until basically Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's a good game. Like, don't miss this one. If you're into visual novels at all, go play this game.
Not doing it. There's a Ouija scene. Can't do it.
There is a Ouija scene.
Yeah, I know.
It's very good.
It's in a screenshot here. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's like a cool, like, they just handwrite this Ouija board on a piece of paper and they're using a coin as a
Yeah,
planchette. It's
I hate this.
fantastic.
No, it's so stupid.
good.
You
This game
dumb
does have
children.
jump scares.
Oh, it does. Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is a spooky game. So there's phases of the game. Like, the curses can only be used at night. So the first phase of the game you're playing is at night, and that's where all the spooks happen. The second phase is during the day when you're kind of trying to solve the mystery, and then you kind of finish when it's approaching dusk and people are threatening to use their curses again. So
Okay.
it has this like really fun air about it.
Okay.
It's fucking
I'm
good. Go
about
play
it.
this game. I'm legit mad that they didn't advertise this one to Max Effect.
Yeah.
But anyway, a game that is getting too much advertisement. How about that Diablo 4?
Is it? I haven't seen anything about it.
Maybe I'm just being confronted by all the ads because they know that I want it. But like, my God.
No, wait. You said you bought it?
Not yet, but I'm gonna buy it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I figured.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What's the pre-order stuff? Because you might as well pre-order it if you know you're going to get it if you get something fancy.
See, I don't know. Because, like, what if something changes between now and then? Because, okay, I'm going to tell you all about it. So, the beta, they had that whole chicken sandwich promotion where, like, buy a chicken sandwich, get the
Yes.
beta. And so I bought my chicken sandwich. We went to KFC, we bought 2 sandwiches in the hopes that they would send us 2 beta codes. But
Yes.
that didn't happen. So we bought the 2 sandwiches, got the single code, and then Ferdinand was like, well, I bought a sandwich. Would you like my code? And I was like, yes, please. Richard needs one. So we got the codes. We put them in. And I was worried because Blizzard, there's always like problems when new games drop. Remember when Overwatch 2 went live and it was fucking dog shit? Like all the servers were absolute trash and
Oh, yeah.
horrible. That happened again with this.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't expect that. So I was seeing stuff on Twitter, like people were saying it's taking me hours to get into the game, and I was like, oh God. So I like went back during work and like downloaded it and got it installed and was like, okay, let's try to queue up. And the queue at the time that I logged in, which was like 4 p.m., it was queued for like an hour and 20 minutes. And I was like, that sucks, but at least I have it up early so I don't have to worry about it.
So this is an online always game.
Yes.
I hate that.
So I'm going to talk about that a little bit more too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're playing on a live server. So I was waiting for my shit to go, and I was kind of sitting here watching the clock, like watching paint dry, like waiting for it.
Yeah.
And it was counting down in real time. I was like, okay, so it's a pretty reliable clock, like 80 minutes, 79, 78, fine. And so I was like, I'm just going to start working on like 3D print stuff that I have to do because I have a bunch of files that I wanted to convert to the right file format and get them sliced and adjusted for printing. So I was like, may as well do that while I'm waiting on this.
Okay.
And so I'm doing that, and I'm working for like 20 minutes, and then my computer crashes. I'm like, oh, cool.
Okay.
So I pull it back up and get back in line, and this time it's like 70 minutes. So I'm like, okay. So I lost like 20 minutes of time to the
That's not
ghost
horrible.
of this
Okay.
crash. But Richard had to queued up at the same time, so he was like ahead of me in line now. I'm sitting there waiting, and Richard's clock is counting down, and his starts skipping. Like, he's like 20 minutes remaining, 15 minutes remaining, 12 minutes remaining, getting
Okay.
closer and closer, and it starts cutting down by like more and more. And he's like, okay, I'm in. I was like, oh, I've still got like 20 minutes. And it was probably 12 minutes instead of the 20 minutes, so it wasn't like
Yeah.
they were kind of sandbagging you, I think, to say like it's gonna be 20 minutes, but you get in 12, so you feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
But anyway, got in, did the character creation. Everything is in beta, of course, so the textures are not 100% solid. Let me send you some of the images of character creation because they were
While you
gross
do that,
because-
I saw a TikTok last night that was like praising the character creator because they were like, yeah, they don't do man or woman anymore. Now it's just like select body type.
Yeah,
like,
I like
you
that.
can be Debbie or Deborah.
Yeah, exactly. So this is one of the faces. This is the face that Richard chose for his character.
Okay, that is some spotty beard. Okay.
Yeah, and this one I particularly love. So this is when you have a mustache and you spin them around. You can see behind
Okay.
the mustache.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's just like a big fake mustache like slapped on your face.
Good old behind stash.
Yeah, there's definitely an element of like the textures aren't complete. The hair is weird right now.
Yeah, but you don't look at these people. You're like 2 miles above them.
No, you're actually pretty close. That was one complaint I had from the beta is that you're like pretty tightly in on your character. Like your character takes up, I don't know, like a third of your screen from top to bottom.
That's a lot from what I know
Yeah.
about Diablo.
I know. I'm used to being like way the fuck zoomed out. So I was looking in the settings for like, how do I zoom out from these people? Because I want to see monsters around me. I don't want to just look at my character. But I couldn't find that setting. Maybe it's something they'll be introducing when you actually go live in the game, but maybe not.
Okay.
So we did the character creation, watched the opening cinematic again, which that was the same one that they played way back in like 2019
The
or whatever when they
sacrifice
first.
one?
Yeah, and
Okay.
it was so good still. I don't know if they've tweaked the graphics since then. I kind of think they have because it looked real as fuck.
Okay.
Like the people just looked human to me.
yeah.
And not in the way that like they look real enough and their mouths are moving kind of with the shape of the words. No, they looked real to me. Like
okay.
I could reach out and touch the beads of sweat on their face.
Yeah.
Like intensely real. And I was very pleased with that. The cutscenes in the game are still kind of like they're real-ish. They're not cinematic all like that. They're all based on your character model. So there's still, you know, weird hairlines and mustaches that don't quite fit.
Okay.
But for the most part, it seems pretty polished for a beta. Graphically, everything is gorgeous. And it
But I'm sitting here like, how beta can this be? It's coming out in 3 months. Like, this
Yeah.
can't be that rough because it has to ship out. Like, it's got to be on a disc in a
I think
month
probably-
or two.
Yeah, I think these are maybe just like placeholder graphics or something because there's no way they're releasing this beard that looks like somebody sneezed on this man's face with a can of spray paint.
I mean, they might.
I don't think so. They'll definitely tighten this up before it comes out. This is just like the first load, you know. I mean, there were crows in there where their heads were fully textured and their bodies were not.
That's
So-
hilarious.
But there's a lot of wildlife in this game, like things to look at besides the monsters. Like there's plants that you can pick now to make your potions.
Okay.
And there's like goats and deer that are just galloping around eating the plants. You can kill them, which I didn't kill any of the wildlife, but Richard was all about like stabbing foxes with
I
his
mean-
ice knives.
I mean, it's free XP, man.
It's not. It doesn't give you XP.
Oh, well then, yeah, I'm not going to waste my time. Well,
Yeah.
crafting resources?
Yeah.
Like
there's
fox
not a-
hides and stuff? No, like for killing
No.
the animals. I'm trying to figure out if there's any benefit.
I don't think there was. I think it's just like you can kill these animals if you want to.
Because we were playing, well, I was playing Elden Ring the other day, and I rode by some like sheep or something that were on there, and I just like drug my sword on the ground. I was just like chopping them in half, and Taylor's like, "Why, why?" And I was like, "It's free XP. Look, 17. That doesn't amount to a
Jesus.
lot, but it's something." Yeah, because I actually was asked that once before. I think playing Assassin's Creed. I was killing some of the animals, and somebody that I was with, they were like, "Why would you do that? That's so mean." And I was like, "Well, you actually get like crafting stuff, like you to like hold more smoke bombs or whatever. You need like a certain hide to be able to
Yeah.
do this. Like, there was a reason. It's not like I'm just like slaughtering the animals for fun." So I was trying to find something.
Yeah, I guess if there's a reason, you know, if you get hide and stuff out of them, it makes sense because there is like things that you can get in this game. Like there
Yeah.
are pieces of hide that you need to get, and like I said, various herbs and stuff.
I got it
But,
though. I got it.
What?
He's reducing CPU load on the game. Like, they're just like filtering in my my game. Like, clear off. I don't need you
Sure.
here. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the graphics in this game, even just at a beta level, I'm impressed with it. I'm very happy. Like, the character creation is so cool. Okay, there was one piece that I wanted to tell you about, because you, as a barbarian, I played the barbarian class, of course, because of course I did.
So is that what I say? Okay, so I got this verbiage from Champions of Norath
Yes.
back in the day. You pick, I guess, the barbarian, just like the big dude, and I remember it just said, he is a tank that deals damage.
Yes.
And so anytime I pick a character class, I'm like, all right, where's the tank that deals damage?
Yeah.
So is that the barbarian? So
Very
that's what I would be.
tanky.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a good class. It's Kratos, essentially, is what it is. I
That's
should
why I
take a
pick him.
screenshot of my character, because she's holding a fucking hammer in one hand, she's got an axe in another hand, and then a pair of axes on her back.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's very Kratos. And as the barbarian class, you get to choose different markings that go on your body. So there's like 20 different kinds of like tattoo style things that you can get all over your body and face. And not only can you customize what type of tattoo you get, you can customize the color of it and whether or not it is like a tattoo on your body, or is it scars?
Okay.
It makes the skin looks like scars, or you can make it look like fresh blood, like it is shiny instead of matte, like paint. I was like, this is
okay.
fucking cool. They really did stuff on the character creation that feels just an extra little bit of spice.
Yeah.
it just feels good, and it's fun to watch your character walk around, which I think is maybe why they have tightened the zoom a little bit, because they're like, look at this character you made, look at her go.
I don't want to.
I do want to zoom out. I hope they introduce a zoom out feature, because I can't be so tight on the character. It makes me claustrophobic. But
Question
the
about
environments-
character creation stuff.
yeah.
Because I've been getting TikToks about this for a while now, too, and I didn't know it was such a thing.
Okay.
What do you know about guys getting in games and then making their characters women?
I know that they like to do that so they can look at them.
But is that why? Because apparently there's like a whole subgenre of people that are... Because like I always just made a dude because that was me, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, apparently lots of guys go in and they make their characters female, but they always make them look like their girlfriend.
Oh, interesting.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard
known
of that either.
And it's like huge on TikTok right now of like girls like, caught my man slipping, look at him, he's like made a girl in the game. And then it's a lot of like guys going like, yeah, look at the person I made. And then they hold up like a picture of their wife and they're all like, I just like to be with my wife.
Oh, sweet.
And like all this weird stuff. And so I was like, oh, Richard's just making a dude. And I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
so he's like me. We didn't know that we were supposed to be making our women in the games. We missed the memo.
No, yeah, I've never. I mean, when I play a guy in a video game, if I'm crafting a male character, I'll just be like, what do I want to look like as a boy? Fucking huge. Swole as fuck.
Okay, yeah, like I guess I don't play a lot of games with character creators, so I've never like thought about it a lot, but it's like a
Yeah.
whole like mindset on how you go into making the character that I didn't know was like a whole thing.
Interesting.
So
Yeah,
think
like
on
the
that.
three types of character I make are like one that looks like me, or one
Okay.
that looks like me if I was a cool version of myself, or one that looks like who I attain to be in my life. Big swole man boy.
Honestly, I go, this preset doesn't look ugly, and then I play. Like I'm the worst at character creation. I don't like to spend more than 2 minutes tops in there.
Oh fuck, I will spend hours if you let me.
No, I straight up
Hours.
go like, okay, this is fine. That's cool. You know what? Green eyes this time. And then
God.
like I just move on.
Yeah, I'm in there like crafting lore in my brain as I'm looking at this like person. When I make my characters in my Star Wars RPG, dude, I'm crafting a story, because you can put scars on their face and stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna give her scars on her mouth because she was talking too much and people got mad and they fucking clamped her mouth shut with a weird device,
Yeah.
and that's why she has these mouth scars.
I've been playing Elden Ring and I just did that whole customize where it looks like guts or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man, I kind of don't want to replay this whole game because it's a lot. I was like, maybe I
Yeah.
can just respec, like Verdon said. So I loaded up that game and I looked at my dude and I was like, wow, this guy is so ugly.
Oh my god.
Like, I just don't do that part. I don't do that part of it.
I think it's the early Sims player in me where I'm like, I need to know this person inside and out, and their eyes have to reflect their soul.
I'm thinking, because I don't play a lot of RPGs with a character creator, I don't appreciate like how far it's come. Because I
Yeah,
wonder
it's
if
come
that's why
so
people
far.
like to play with it, because they're like, okay, I'm used to being able to do all this. How far can I push it today? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if that's part of it, where I'm just like, yeah, preset number 4. There you go. He looks like
Yeah.
he could swing a sword.
Right. I mean, yeah, if you think about it, like back in the days on Sims 1, there was like 5 hair colors, and there was
Yeah.
the hair colors in this game, dude, are so cool. Like, okay, I have to talk on the hair colors real quick, because you can make your hair like all one color. There's like maybe 20 different colors to choose from, or you can have little like tips on your hair. So like auburn with fire
Oh.
red tips, and you can have like
Okay.
red with gray tips. I was like, this is fucking cool. It's so cool. I'm obsessed. They're just doing all these like little things that are really fun.
Yeah.
And the textures for the clothing, you can kind of see in these little screenshots. Like, just look at the fur around the neck.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool.
Oh no, I'm looking at the like turtleneck and just like
Yeah.
I can see like the ribbon
stitching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. They're definitely going to be improving on these textures, because this is, I mean, it looks good, but it is still kind of polygony. It's beta, you know?
Yeah.
But there's so the character creation system, fantastic. Hands down, love it. I think they're even going to do more things when it goes live.
Okay.
The one thing that they didn't do is you didn't get to select your voice. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
normally it's like you get
That's-
like the male voice, the female voice. You get female 1, 2, or 3, male 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
This is just like you have the lady voice. And I think it's because there is a lot of voice acting that goes into the game.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, see, I'm wondering if that's what they did for the Harry Potter one, because it feels like they just had one person do it, but they just used like a pitch filter to change it,
Oh.
and that's why people are having those like robotic voice moments.
Huh.
I think to like tone down on how much work they had to do, it was like, all right, here's one lady, you go record it, and we'll like pitch it down for like a deeper lady voice or a higher one. Like,
Okay.
we're just gonna do that because
Weird.
it definitely feels bad sometimes when they talk.
Yeah. Okay, so alongside the character creation in this game,
Okay.
there is a beefier transmog system.
Okay.
So in Diablo 3, what you had to do is if you liked a thing, you would go to the transmogrifier. It's like a different person that you have to go to and be like, I
Okay.
want to be able to access this piece of clothing in the game outside of wearing it, you know? Like
Yeah.
cosmetically, I want to wear this without wearing the actual equipment. So you would pay that person and they would transmog your shit, and it was more expensive if it was cooler, that type of thing. This time, when you go to the blacksmith, you can say to the blacksmith, like, hey, transmog this for me, and just turn it into like scraps, and they'll
Oh.
do that. So
Okay.
like what do you call it? What's the word for when you give the blacksmith the stuff and he makes it into parts?
Scrap it, deconstruct it, dismantle.
Dismantle? Something like that. I forget what it's called. But like you give it to the guy, he just hits it with the hammer. Now it's in your closet, and now you have parts. So
Okay.
it's great. It's all in one. And they've just done like a lot of little quality of life improvements over Diablo 3, where like before you had to like, if you wanted to repair something, you have to drag it over into the blacksmith's thing, hit it with the hammer, drag it back. And sometimes you
Okay.
would just, it would take forever. This time you click a button and it's like repair all. Or you can have him
There you go.
salvage. That's the word. You can have
There
him
you go.
salvage all your junk items, salvage all your magical items, salvage all your epic items. And he'll just do that. And it's fantastic.
Okay.
And so the transmog system is great. Being able to wear different outfits is something that they've come up with. So
Okay.
when you go to your wardrobe, you can put on a bunch of different outfits, and like you just have access to dyes immediately. Like they're just like, do you want to
Oh.
make it green?
Okay.
Like, fuck yeah, I want to make it green. You can change your entire outfit at once. You could change a piece by piece. You can change each one of your weapons. You can change everything. And you can save
Good.
it to an outfit. And then if you want a second outfit slot, you pay like $2,000 in your Diablo gold. And then you get a second outfit slot, and you can just switch to them on the fly. Like, I'm in the winter time. I want to like look at the winter lady right now. I'm in
Yeah.
the sand dunes. I want to be in the nice hot bikini outfit. Like, it's so cool what they've done. I'm
I
excited
play these
about it.
games so different. I just go like, yep, that's my look, and then I live in it.
I can't. I gotta be thematic. It's just
Like, see, I do that when Taylor plays games. Like, she'll play Tomb Raider, and you can change clothes. I'm always like, yeah, you're in the winter. Put on the coat. But then, like, when I play it, I'm like, I don't need a coat. I'm fine.
you're worried about your woman. Put on the coat. You're going to catch cholera or something. Those are just like some of the cosmetic improvements. As far as gameplay improvements, the introduction of mounts is something that they have done in this game.
Okay.
That was never a thing in Diablo 3, or if it was, I fucking can't remember. But they have mounts now. So like when you're galloping across the desert for hours and hours, you could just be riding like a cool lizard.
Okay.
I love that. Like I love
full
mounts
blown
in games.
Revenge of the Sith with that one.
Yeah, like it's just a good time. I love mounts. Every game should have mounts. It makes me happy. Like playing through these characters, I was expecting it to be a very buggy beta experience, you know, like, and there were some times, I'm not going to lie and say that it was a perfect experience. Like there's this one bridge that for whatever reason, whenever I cross it, Richard's character fucking disappears.
Okay.
And he has to teleport to me. He can't cross that bridge for whatever reason. And there was one dungeon where my character model like went invisible and he could see me, but I couldn't see me. And it was extremely disorienting.
Okay.
There's quest lines. It gets bugged. You have to reset them and stuff like that. Just general beta bugs. But for the most part, it felt very polished and it felt like it's going to be a fun game to play. That was
Okay.
the most important part to me is like, does it still feel like Diablo? Like I still want to be able to feel very hack and slash when I go in, and I want to be able to just spin around and kill a bunch of monsters with my tornado attack. And that is still very much the core of what this is.
Yeah.
Like thematically it is darker. There's more demonic possession shit and like people getting their faces ripped in
That's
half
what I
and
need.
stuff. It was some of the cinematics dude are very Robert, and I want to show them to you because they're just gross.
Okay.
But it's scratching the itch for me that I have not had in so long.
Okay.
Like it's making me very happy, and it is going to fill the hole in my soul. Like this is the MMO that I needed. And I say MMO because you are online with other players. Like it is a perpetually online game from what I can tell.
Okay.
And as you're in town, you see other people, which is not a feature from Diablo 3. Like you're looking at other people, other characters, and they have like nameplates above their head and titles that they've assigned to themselves.
But
like,
so
you're
then
seeing
like
other
you
people.
go on a quest alone.
No.
Or like you can like stand up in town hall and be like, okay, I need like 5 people. Come with me.
I kind of think you can, because there's a menu in there too for clans, and you can like create a clan and have people join it like a
So
guild.
it's World of Warcraft now.
It feels a lot more like World of Warcraft.
Okay.
It's very interesting. I was like, this is a new thing for Diablo, because before you could create like a banner for yourself, be like, this is my legacy banner. This is, you know, I have a flower and a moon and it's purple. But now it's like you're creating your clan banner, and like you have people apply to be in your clan and stuff. It's a guild. And so when you're out in the fields, like not always, I think there are some instanced things. So like you go into a dungeon, it's just you and whoever's in your party.
Okay.
But when you're just like out running around in, you know, the tundra, you're going to run across other players slaughtering stuff, and they're doing challenges at the same time. So you can join into their challenge and maybe like share in their spoils.
Okay.
It's very seamless almost. Like it feels like this is how Diablo was always meant to be played. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that evolves. Like joining a guild, creating a guild. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what that brings to the game, because it's definitely an extra layer that we didn't have before.
Because, I don't know, you said that, and it just made me think back to Destiny and all the, like, events that would happen where, like, you see just, like, 10 people come up out of nowhere and you all fight a boss and get the stuff at the end, you know?
Yeah, so I think there's probably going to be world bosses and stuff, and I'm really looking forward to that, because there were, like, big roaming bosses before that would take, like, a party to take down, but now if you're able to just, like, go online and be, like, use the looking for group feature or something, that would be so cool. Like, just get your achievements together, because there are achievements in this game.
You've talked me back out of the game.
Oh my god.
Through this whole thing. I'm like, oh, now I don't want it anymore.
I mean, yeah, if you're not into the online experience, maybe this game is not for you, but it's still very like solo. If you want to go around just like hitting stuff, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Like That's at the core of the game what it is. It's a hack and slash, and it's a dungeon crawler. Like, if you go into a dungeon by yourself and you're trying to kill stuff, it's still going to be a good time as if you did it with your guild on a Friday night, you know?
Yeah.
One thing that really cheesed me off, made me very angry, extremely pissed. There are so many cute little doggies and kitties walking around in the town, and I couldn't pet a single one of those fuckers. Not a single one. I tried to walk
That's
up. I
not for
tried the
betas.
comm wheel. It's, I don't know if it's like just in the beta you can't pet them, or if it's like a lie that they told us and we're not going to be able to pet the dogs. But that's important to me. I want to be able to pet the dogs. Please write it into the game if it hasn't been written in already. But yeah, I'm over the stage of like, I don't know whether I want to get it. Like, I'm going to get this game. I will be getting this game.
Yeah.
I still don't know how the battle pass works because that's not part of beta, of course. But like, there's so much worry that I have behind like, what are they going to gatekeep behind the battle pass, and the differences between the different packs you can buy. So like the standard edition is $70, which is a lot of money. That's all I really want to spend. You know, I don't want to spend the additional $10 for the digital deluxe, which gets you access to the accelerated battle pass. But yeah, the accelerated seasonal battle pass unlock includes a premium seasonal battle pass unlock plus 20 tier skips and cosmetic.
Yeah.
And you also get the Wings of the Creator emote, which I don't know what that's going to be. I don't use emotes in games, so I'm not mad.
Yeah. I think I'm mad at this game. like,
I mean,
I like the wolf thing, but like putting in the battle pass just makes me think Overwatch 2, and I'm just out. Like, I don't think I care enough.
And that's fair.
For
Like, the
this
battle
one.
pass puts a very sour, bitter taste in my mouth, and I'm not excited to see what they do with it. I think it's really just going to make it harder for people to enjoy, honestly.
Yeah,
battle
like,
passes suck, and I can't get behind them.
So, you heard about the whole Suicide Squad game thing, right?
No.
So the people that made the Batman games, Rocksteady,
Uh-huh.
three of like the greatest games of all time, they're
Sure.
making one. Oh, they're so fucking good. If you'd play them, but I don't know that that's your. Well, but that's not your speed of game though.
It's just like single-player story
Yeah,
on
just-
the rails game, right? Yeah.
That's not on the rails, but it's just so fucking good though. I mean, it's like an open world. You're looking around this island, but I mean, like, of course, to progress the story, you got to go to the one place, you know.
Yeah.
But you're free to go around the island all you want and do collectibles and
cool.
all that shit. And then it opens up into a whole city later, and then all that stuff. But they are making a new game finally, which is the Suicide Squad. They're doing a whole Harley Quinn, King Shark, all those people shit, right?
Okay.
That was just delayed indefinitely
Indefinitely.
because the game that it is was Destiny and stuff like that. And they're finding out that people aren't into that style of game anymore. So when the preview came out, everyone shit on it so much, they basically said, we're not even releasing it right now.
That sucks.
So they've been working on it for like 7 years or something.
And they're just going to scrap it?
They're not scrapping it, but like they're pulling it like it has a release date. And now it doesn't because the way people were like, that's the game? Like, you're giving me Destiny 2 from 7 years ago? I don't want that.
Yeah.
And so, like, everybody jumped on the train to make a Destiny-style game, but it takes a long time to make a fucking game, so
It does.
the movement has come and went in the time
Yeah.
that they were making it, so now it's just, like, off the table.
Yeah. That sucks.
And so, I don't know. It's kind of how I feel about how this sounds. I'm like, it's so Destiny, and Destiny burned me with just, like, never stop. Just
I don't
play until
know-
you die.
Yeah, I don't know, like, to what extent they're going to put in Battle Pass. I personally will not be partaking in the Battle Pass. I can tell you that right now. I can't get
Yeah.
behind Battle Passes. So, I mean, the experience that I'm going to have is going to be the experience that you would have had in Diablo 3, which is just running through dungeons with your friends, killing shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about.
If they release that bundle again for cheap on the PlayStation, I'm going to get Diablo 2 and 3 and just play those.
Okay.
I'll play the old
Play
ones.
them alone.
We've already gone over this in the show. I cannot find people to play online with. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because my schedule does not allow for online friends. It is so wishy-washy. There's no way that could ever happen.
I'm just really excited that this game is better than I was anticipating, because I was extremely worried. I was like, they're gonna fully battle pass this shit. It's gonna be everything locked behind extra little microtransactions. But
Hopefully
it
it's
seems
just
like,
cosmetic junk, you know?
yeah, if it's just cosmetics and mounts, that's fine. It's like Overwatch 2, you know?
Yeah.
They have only made improvements to this game over D3. Like, there's nothing that I have gone in and been like, ew, that sucks. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking forward to release day, June 6th.
Well, I mean, the only thing I hated about Overwatch 2 was the battle pass. Everything
I
else
mean,
I actually kind of liked. Like, visual-wise, you know?
I still don't like Overwatch 2 because I don't like a 5-player team.
Well, yeah.
I just will never, ever like it. I wish I
mean,
could.
They changed you to roll queue in Overwatch 1 and then said, oh, yeah, but here's the old version on the side.
Yeah.
Why is there not an old six-player stack on the side? Why can't that just be an arcade thing?
I know, because they can make 4-player games in arcade, no problem. I feel like it's not going to be that hard to just put a 6-player in there.
Why not?
It upsets me that I can't play with my full team anymore. And I would rather just not play.
Yeah.
But Diablo 4, it's going to be my game. I'm going to ride this game until it dies.
I'm still playing the beta next weekend to get the dog. Like,
yeah, get that dog.
Even if I don't play the game, I'll know that I own the dog.
I played for like 8 hours yesterday.
Okay.
And we ended up being like level 17. So it doesn't take you that long to hit level 20.
Okay. Well, I am happy that you're in it and that it is scratching the itch, though. Because this could have been a very different story where you go, yeah, I played it. I'm sad.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
I have been very sad in the realm of video games, and this is making me want to return to them with fervor. So
good.
I'm happy. I'm having a good time.
Good. Well, I'm more interested in Paranormasight. That's the one that I'm walking away like, oh, I'm interested.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, play that game, please.
Yeah. $15. You heard. You got till
$15.
Wednesday. Go.
Go.
You know what?
All right.
You want to run out of here and go buy that? Well, you already bought it, but I think I got to go catch it before it goes off sale.
Catch the wave.
Let's go.
If you loved this episode, please tell a friend about it, because word of mouth is the best and only way we get the good Yum-Tope into brand new ears. We release weekly every single Monday, each and every one here for you. We're even here on Fridays. If you're watching the Friday Roundup, that's over on YouTube. If you want to talk to us outside of Monday, outside of Friday, you can catch us on Twitter at YMBTOAP. Or if you're in the know, you can hit us up on that Discord. The Discord's where all the cool folks are. That's the patrons. The patrons are the ones who provide. Who provide. That's the end of the sentence. The patrons are the ones who provide. They're our besties, you know. We love our patrons. They give us good information to talk about on the show. They give us good little topic suggestions. We have fun with them. Mm-hmm. What games are you playing lately? Are you in the Diablo beta? Are you enjoying it? Or for some reason, are you disappointed? Let me know. What did you think about the Oscars? Were you happy to see that Brendan finally won? Do you give a shit about Brendan? And if you don't,
why are you here?
Why are you here? Did you watch Puss in Boots? Did you like Puss in Boots? Did you have a good time looking at the milk liquids?
Love it.
Let me know.
Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Farage. Please check him out on YouTube and show him all that love. So much love, because he's so awesome. And as always, thanks for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Am I going to be doing Yum-Tope alone while Kelsey's just living in Diablo land?
Yeah.
We had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
One more thing about that game, though. There's a collectible. So you know how I love collectibles when you're walking around in games.
Okay.
Like in fucking LA Noire, I have to like find every car, find all the little film reels, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I love those. I live for collectibles. In this one, there's these little bird stickers, and they're like,
oh my God,
delinquent birds. So it'll be like a pigeon with a fucking pompadour, and he's like got a fucking baseball bat, and he's ready to kill you.
That's what I pictured when you said it, like delinquent bird.
Yeah.
I was like
yes.
Like little gang birds.
Yeah, little gang birds.
Okay.
It's a good time. There's 20 of them. They're just like hidden throughout the game, and it's
that
a
is
nice break.
Really fucking weird.
It's very good.
What does that have to do with Diablo? Oh wait, you mean Paranormasight?
That's Paranormasight. Yeah.
I was like, What does that have to do with fucking all this shit, man? Oh, well, now I'm really into Paranormal Site.
Yeah, you should play that one. You would like it.
I'm into that. Like, everything you've said, I'm very about.
Yeah, it's up your alley.